Welcome to this week's episode. Welcome to Warm Springs, Nevada, at the junction of US Route 6 and State Route 375, better known as the Extraterrestrial Highway. In this week's episode, I will give you a little bit about the history of Warm Springs, and I will show you everything Warm Springs has to be seen, and of course the hot springs. Also, the ride up here from Rachel, Nevada on the Extraterrestrial Highway, and the cows you've got to watch out for. Hi, I'm Don with Cowboy Biker Adventures. In this episode, I'll also share some personal information and insights about me. Remember, I am the Imperfect RV Travel and Adventure channel. Let's get started. Here I am ready to leave my RV that's right next to Little Alien in Rachel, Nevada. I'm heading today to Warm Springs. Should be about 60 miles northwest of here, up Highway 375. So really it's more north, it's basically north. Come along for the ride. It is a windy day. I'm trying out this new mic camera system. So here we go. Be sure to stick around after the credits for bonus video. This week it will be on Little Alien in Rachel, Nevada, along with scenes from next week's episode on Zion National Park. That's an interesting sign, low-flying aircraft. Sometimes you'll hear them, they're very low, and it's a clear day, not a cloud. But yet you can't see them. It just makes you wonder what the heck they're working on over there at Area 51. Even if it's not alien stuff, it is cutting edge technology. There's a second cow carcass I just saw. I get hit out here, that's for sure. There's a third. Unless you think aliens would mutilate them right along the side of the highway, which, no way. By the way, today is May 1st, 2021. Motocross helmet for the first time, I believe anyway, on my cruiser. I'm hoping the camera setup and the audio combination will work again. Today is May 1st, Saturday. I'm trying to upload video 53 where I stayed at Lake Whitney RV campground, which is 1,000 Trail Park. Stayed there for a week. I believe that was December 28th to January the 4th. I basically went there. Never know how rough these cattle guards are. I basically went there to say goodbye to my older sister. I knew she was in a bad way, even though she had survived so many things, including COVID. It all took a toll on her body months later, and she couldn't deal with all her other issues any longer. So I went and said goodbye on January the 1st. family. My brother passed 4 years and 1 day from my sister's death. My other sister, now lives in Bronx, and she's 7 years older than I am. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I've only gone 16 miles, so somewhere around 25% of the trip up. Looks like B&L parking right there. BLM, I'm sorry. I always get that backwards. Bureau of Land Management. So BLM. This is all BLM land that people lease to graze their cattle on, which I don't know what the acreage has to be per cow, but I'm guessing, and I may be exaggerating here, I don't know, maybe it's not. I'd say 5,000 acres per cow. They're just not much out there for them to eat, but somehow they survive. Of course, they truck in water for them, but there they are, some of them. Again, I'm on my way to Warm Springs. I understand you cannot use the spring unless you get permission from the owner. It is posted. The owners don't mind if you go in and film it, as long as you don't use the spring without getting permission. As long as you close the gate. So I always try to be respectful of other people's property and things, so I would not want to do anything. Oh, there's another boondocking spot for sure. Wouldn't want to do anything to offend people like that that's gracious enough to share it somewhat. The world's made up of a lot of good people. Unfortunately, it just takes a few percentage-wise to make it look like it's not, but it really is. Of course, in this lifestyle, I meet people that's either on vacation or retired or working on the road, so it takes a lot of the stress away, and you kind of make people at their best, unlike when they're all stressed out trying to eke out a living, working long hours, or in my case, I worked 2 or 3 jobs. Now 35 years of teaching, 28 of them I had a minimum of 2 jobs. It's just the way it is, especially when you're single. I have been single majority of my adult life, and to have a house, and I had boats and toys, motorcycles, and it's hard to do that on one income. And I think I made a decent income teaching in big district in Texas. I know the small districts make nothing, but all that controls your retirement. So I was fortunate to retire at one of the top paying districts in the state, and especially in the DFW area.
Better slow down. These cattle up here north of Rachel seems to be closer to the road more than they are south of Rachel. I understand those little calves will do crazy stuff. And then the big cows go at the mama goes after them. That looks like a BLM place to Boondocking. Or if you want to, you can pull off out here, side of the road, I'm sure. I don't think I want to be that close to the road. Is that water? Oh my God, I'm surrounded by water. I don't know. I guess it's safe for cattle to drink. I'm surrounded by water both sides. Wow, who knew? See, Warm Springs. And there it is.
Okay, I made it. It is 62.4 miles north of Rachel. This is just a wide spot in the road called Warm Springs, Nevada. And I've been told it's okay as long as you close the gates and don't go swimming without permission from the owner. But here it is. Let's go check it out. So this is hot spring water. Again, I don't want to mess with other people's stuff, so I'll be sure to fasten the gate back. Let's go take a look. This is an old swimming pool for an RV park that didn't make it. It is very interesting. You can see the spring water coming in, flowing into the old swimming pool. Be sure to close this gate behind you if you're going to come check it out. Just don't swim without the owner's permission. And the water is warm. I've been told if you soak too close to the intake, it's almost too hot. On the other end, it's not as warm. And you can see where the water flows out. And there's some algae, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not near as warm on this end. It's got a lot of minerals in it. Again, be sure to shut the gate and latch it. They don't lock it because people would just cut the chain link fence. Let's go check out the abandoned building. The first white settlement in Warm Springs was in 1866 when it served as a stopover for stagecoaches and other travelers. The post office here was in operation from January 1924 through June 1929. In 1947, the Springs was purchased by the Fallon brothers, and it was reported that Thomas Hurt has been operating the Springs for several years. Warm Springs has never been more than a tiny settlement, and its population dwindled until it became a ghost town. All that remains is a street light and a few abandoned buildings. And of course, the Springs is how it got its name. It is located in what is considered the Great Basin. Now let's go check out some of the other buildings in this ghost town. And since this is the desert, there's little varmints running around. Also, this looks like an old corral made out of limestone rock. I see a couple old stone buildings up this hill here. Let's go check them out. This first old building here looks to me like either an old barn or maybe even an old garage. And the roof looks like it has seen its better day. I assume this other old building is the living quarters or old house, very small. From this angle you can see basically everything that remains in this old ghost town. Now let's make our way back and go check out the building across the street. Not quite sure what this building used to be. If you know, please leave a comment below. But I think I can tell my friend Dave and my friend Karen has been here based on the Bend, Oregon graffiti.
Now for a ride back. 62, what did I say? 62.5 miles. Alright. I'll be at 126.5 mileage wise. Alright, here we go. Cattle on the road. Literally on the road. Here they are again. There's a little calf following mom.
Remember to stick around after the credits for bonus video. On this week's episode, my bonus video is on Little Alien in Rachel, Nevada, with pictures and video. Also scenes from next week's episode, which will be Zion National Park. So don't go anywhere, we're not done yet. Thank you for sticking around after credits for bonus video. First up is pictures of the outside of Little Alien and then video. As you can see, I boondocked across the street from Little Alien. I believe it was for 5 or 6 days. Now, the owner of Little Alien came up with a policy while I was there where I had to pay to boondock there, even though it's not her property. That's just another story all in itself. After the video of the outside, I will show you still pictures of the inside because it was against her policy to take video inside of Little Alien. But I think you're going to enjoy it anyway. Don't get me wrong, the people here are very friendly. The locals will tell you stories and it's a lot of fun. Now, more information about Little Alien itself. They have a handful of RV spots, but I believe it was only power and water. They have rooms to rent, but they are booked out quite a long ways. Now, the food and drinks are pretty good, actually. I highly recommend them for that. You got to remember, this is out in the middle of nowhere. It's basically 75 miles to anywhere of even a small towns. It's a welcome sight. If you're going down the Extraterrestrial Highway, highly recommend you stop in here. Well, by the way, before you get on that highway, make sure you got a full tank of gas. Okay, here are the still pictures of the inside of Little Alien. Feel free to pause as needed. Now here's some scenes from next week's episode, my ride through Zion National Park. Thank you for coming along on this week's episode of Warm Springs, Nevada and Little Alien in Rachel, Nevada. I hope to see you for next week's episode on Zion National Park. Until then, have a good one.